Enter a realm where money reigns supreme and power hangs in the balance. Meet the narcissist, a master manipulator whose empire crumbles when the coffers run dry. What unfolds is a tale of deceit, desperation, and deception. Witness as their facade of grandeur shatters, revealing the true depths of their greed. Brace for a journey into the shadows of the human psyche, where moral boundaries blur and schemes take hold. This is the story of what transpires when a narcissist faces the ultimate test, financial ruin. Prepare to confront the darkness within as we uncover the harrowing truth. When a narcissist runs out of money, one of the first and most prominent reactions is to blame others for their financial predicament. This behavior stems from their deep-seated need to protect their fragile ego and avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Narcissists often project their faults and failures onto others. They live in a world where their self-image must remain untarnished, and acknowledging personal failure is antithetical to this. As a result, when they face financial difficulties, they enter a state of denial, refusing to accept that their spending habits, poor financial decisions, or lack of planning could be the root cause. Instead, they look for scapegoats, friends, family, colleagues, or even economic conditions, to bear the brunt of the blame. To effectively shift the blame, narcissists employ various manipulation tactics. They might use gaslighting, convincing others they are at fault or have contributed to the financial mess. For instance, a narcissist might accuse a spouse of not managing the household budget properly or claim that a business partner missold them. And so they create confusion and self-doubt in their targets, making it harder for these individuals to challenge the narcissist's version of events. This relentless blaming and manipulation strain relationships significantly. Friends and family who once supported the narcissist may begin to distance themselves, exhausted by the constant accusations and the emotional toll it takes. The narcissist, in turn, might become even more resentful, viewing this withdrawal as further evidence of betrayal and justification for their blame. This cycle can lead to the erosion of close relationships, leaving the narcissist increasingly isolated. A key characteristic of narcissism is an aversion to accountability. Narcissists rarely learn from their mistakes because they never fully acknowledge them. When they run out of money, they focus on externalizing the blame instead of analyzing their spending habits or reconsidering their financial strategies. This lack of self-reflection prevents them from making necessary changes to avoid future financial pitfalls, perpetuating a cycle of poor financial management. Despite their outward bravado, narcissists have fragile self-esteem. Financial failure significantly affects their self-image, which they often construct around notions of success and superiority. By blaming others, they attempt to preserve their self-worth. This defense mechanism allows them to maintain a facade of invincibility even when their financial reality contradicts it. When a narcissist runs out of money, emotional outbursts are common. They use money to control their surroundings and people. Without money, they feel powerless. This feeling of losing control can make them very anxious and frustrated, leading to sudden and intense anger or tears. Narcissists often show a perfect image to the world. Financial problems threaten this image, making them feel scared of being seen as failures. This fear can cause strong emotional reactions as they try to protect their ego. Sometimes they use these emotional outbursts to manipulate others. By acting overly distressed, they aim to make people feel sorry for them and help them out financially. This helps them regain some control over their situation. These outbursts can damage their relationships. Friends, family, and coworkers may find it hard to deal with their unpredictable emotions and may start to avoid them. This isolation makes the narcissist feel even more abandoned and angry, creating more emotional turmoil. When a narcissist doesn't have money anymore, they look for new people who can make them feel good about themselves. They might pick people who seem weak or who need them. At first, they act nice to these new people, giving them lots of attention and gifts. But if these people can't give them what they want, the narcissist stops being nice to them and might even hurt them emotionally. Sometimes, narcissists make these new people pay for things or help them out financially. This behavior hurts the new people, making them feel used and unimportant. They've always wanted to seem rich and powerful, so not having money makes them feel like they're losing control. This can make them act in crazy ways, like trying to do anything to get money back quickly. Also, they might start feeling bad about themselves because they can't show off their wealth anymore. They might lose friends who only liked them for their money, which makes them feel even worse. Sometimes, they might try to trick people or even break the law to get money. They'll do anything to keep up their image of being rich and powerful. When they can't live their flashy lifestyle anymore, they might start questioning the meaning of their life. This can make them feel sad and lost because they've put all their value into money and stuff. Narcissists often maintain friendships and familial ties based on what others can provide for them, whether it be emotional support, financial assistance, or validation of their ego. When their financial resources diminish, their ability to offer benefits to others also diminishes. As a result, these relationships become less appealing to those around them, leading to a natural distancing. They often resort to financial schemes as a means of regaining control and maintaining their inflated sense of self-worth. These schemes can take various forms, each with its own set of implications and consequences. One common tactic employed by narcissists facing financial hardship is fraud. They may engage in activities such as embezzlement, identity theft, or insurance fraud in an attempt to secure funds without regard for the legality or ethics of their actions. This behavior stems from their belief that they are entitled to whatever they desire, regardless of the impact it has on others. Another way narcissists may attempt to alleviate their financial woes is by exploiting relationships for monetary gain. They may manipulate family members, friends, or romantic partners into providing financial support or loans under false pretenses. This manipulation often involves guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or playing the victim to extract money from those around them. In addition to exploiting personal relationships, narcissists may turn to elaborate Ponzi schemes or investment scams to generate income. They prey on the trust and naivety of others, promising unrealistic returns on investments or selling fraudulent products or services. These schemes not only deceive victims out of their hard-earned money, but also serve to bolster the narcissist's ego and sense of superiority. Narcissists may resort to reckless spending and irresponsible financial behavior as a way to maintain their lavish lifestyle, despite dwindling funds. They may accumulate debt or engage in impulsive purchases to uphold the facade of success and wealth they have cultivated. This behavior is driven by a need to project an image of grandiosity and superiority to the outside world, even if it comes at the expense of their financial stability. Narcissists may become increasingly demanding and entitled as their financial situation worsens. They may expect others to continue catering to their needs and desires, despite their inability to reciprocate. This sense of entitlement can strain relationships, causing resentment and frustration among friends and family members who feel taken advantage of. The inability to maintain a lavish lifestyle or provide material comforts may trigger feelings of shame and inadequacy in the narcissist. Rather than confronting these feelings directly, they may deflect blame onto those closest to them, accusing them of not doing enough to support or uplift them. This blame-shifting behavior further erodes trust and intimacy in relationships. As a narcissist's financial problems escalate, they may resort to desperate measures to regain their former status or maintain appearances. This could include borrowing money from friends and family under pretenses, manipulating others into giving them financial assistance, or engaging in risky or illegal activities to generate income. Such behavior not only strains relationships but also jeopardizes the well-being and safety of those involved. In response to the deteriorating relationships, friends and family members may begin to set boundaries or even sever ties with the narcissist. They may recognize the toxic dynamic and prioritize their own emotional and financial stability over maintaining a connection with someone who consistently exploits and manipulates them. Ultimately, the alienation of friends and family serves as a harsh wake-up call for the narcissist, highlighting the consequences of their behavior and the true nature of their relationships. However, whether they choose to reflect on their actions and seek genuine change or continue to blame others for their misfortune is ultimately up to them.